Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another video for Scraptember and it is my sketch day. So there's another picture or sketch from Heather's little crafty book that she gave us called Dream of Sketches. And I did get out the vintage set from Photoplay again. And this is, last week you saw the black and white pictures that I used when my husband and I went to the ball. And now I have gotten out the colored ones. So in my book, you will flip it open and it's like page A and B of like negative or black and white. So colored or negative to positive, however you want to look at it. And I decided that that's what I wanted to do with this particular two sets of papers that I did with the sketches from like last week to this week. And so here I am. I do follow this sketch. I would say probably 90% of it. Heather's sketches are like super duper easy to use. Like they don't, the best way I know how to explain it, they are so easy to use that sometimes it scares you to figure out that it's like, oh, this is actually, it works out because they are that easy. So I decided to show you a little bit of my Crafty Dafty sewing machine. I am going to stitch around the edges of that that pink and black paper that I put together. So here I go. And the thing about my sewing machine is I can't do the bobbin on it because that part is broken. I got it super cheap when we got stationed here. I paid, like, this is a Kenmore and it's not an older Kenmore, but it's not old, but it's semi-old, I guess. And I paid only $30 for it. And so really, if that's all I have to worry about is to buy bobbins, I guess, or ask my crafty friends, hey, can I send you some bobbins and some thread and you can thread for me? Because I have tried, really I have tried to find somebody to be able to fix this. And just in the area that I'm at, there is nobody. So here I am, I'm just going around it a couple of times. I think I do it like 2 or 3 times. And I thought this was just kind of neat to put this in, that I do sew, I promise you. It's not always hand sewing. So there I am done, and there it is. And I do some little funky zigzags and that kind of stuff throughout. So I print out all of my sketchbooks that I purchase online, and I will link her stuff down below. And I put them into what I call my book of sketches, and it's my pink big set binder. I think I have to go find another binder for this because I am getting to the point where it is just getting too big, because I do purchase the sketches every time I go somewhere, and then I find a sketchbook to purchase or somebody that makes up a bunch of sketches. That takes a lot of time and energy. So I definitely always print them out and put them into my book of sketches. And so here I am. I'm just following the sketches as much as possibly as I can. And I really, like I said, I really enjoy her sketches, Heather's sketches. When I first started my YouTube channel back in November of 2017, so I'm coming up to a year, she invited me to be part of her, to do what we called Getting Sketchy together as a YouTube collaboration, so that we could definitely, so I could grow my channel. And I was grateful that she did that for me because it helped me out a lot to get my channel going and that kind of stuff. And her and I both do sketches. Like, we do enjoy it. I just got burnt out on it. And when she started working this book of sketches at the beginning of January, she burnt herself out too. Because we talk about it all the time, that we're like, do we really want to get back into sketches again? Like, because it takes a lot of work, and then you got to think, okay, you can't have them to match, and and all of this kind of stuff. It takes some time and some energy. But here or there, here I am. I'm back getting this to put down. And this is where I change it a little bit. I know that she's in her sketch, she has a banner that goes all the way across. And for me, I decide to put the pictures there and kind of change it up that way. And then I do back my photos with black cardstock so that it matches the backing of the other one. And I think I leave it this way. I don't think I cut it. I can't. Some of these, I'm telling you, some of these videos when I'm doing these, because I'm trying to stay about a week to a week and a half ahead of schedule so that I'm not like pushing hard, because I'm back in college and doing a video a day with having only one day or one class is working out amazing. But I do have a huge thesis that I have to do for my marketing degree. And let me tell you, you know, when you have to do all of that stuff, I'm not going to completely get into college, but when I do get into all of that stuff, I wanted to be almost done with all of my sketches for this month, or not sketches, but process videos for this month, so that I can fully focus on that for 3 weeks. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm a true senior at this point. If I can't handle a workload right at the end of the semester, then I don't know how I made it through college. Because let's face it, if it's not enough of coffee, and when I was in college and I didn't have a family and it was just me, if I didn't have enough beer in me and all that, then I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something wrong. So, but yep, I'm a true college. I'll wait till the last minute. Although I am not waiting completely till the last minute. I am giving myself 3 weeks to put this paper together. So I was going to decide to put it back on foam tape, and then I decided, nope, I'm just going to lay it down. I really, really like this vintage collection. I wish I would have known that Photoplay had this, or this had to have come out before I liked Photoplay, because I do know that I go in themes of like, or stages of what paper collections I like at what time. And I never noticed this one, but I wish I would have, because I would have bought like 2 sets of this collection. So this picture that I'm going to call, it's like I said, it's the exact same pictures that we had last week on the same day. You know that it's my husband's ball. Neither of us like getting dressed up. So what I decided to call it, instead of what I called the last one, I'm calling this one Military Muscle. And it's just fitting, because both of us are very much into fitness, and we, you know, kill it in the gym. He does his PT and all that stuff that he needs to do to keep himself fit for duty, and it's pretty much military muscle, because let me tell you, there are days that I could, you know, his military drives me nuts, and then other days I'm good to go. Like, all right, you tell me you're going to go. All right, you're gone for a while. Gotcha. We got it handled here on the home front. Don't worry about it. You go do what you need to do and call it a day. So, but make sure to go check out everybody. Ooh, there's that camera. I finally get to use that camera. Yay, I'm so super duper excited for that. And make sure you go check out everybody else. Obviously, the still shots will be coming up. I'm going to finish out with some stickers, and I think I show you where my journaling goes. I may not even put journaling on this one. I can't quite remember. It's been a minute since I've done this process video. Excuse me. And I'm just placing little things on there to add to the collection, to the paper. And I know that I do some black splatters on this, and I think I'm going to be calling this quit here shortly. And make sure you go check everybody else out, Laura and Natalie Bowers and stuff, and go check what they're doing. And here are the splatters, and the still shots are coming up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!